Hi, I'm Ahyat, and today we're talking about how to become a strategic property investor, and we're looking into the selection process in the third mindset of asset selection. So now we're looking into how to select assets that's investment grade. And the number one is to make it tenantable. Number two was good potential for capital appreciation. And we've looked into the first one. Okay, now number two, which is buying under, number one was buying under market price. So below market price. So now number 2.2 is areas of growth. Now this is going to be very, very tricky because my guess is as good as many on where the next hot spot is, where the next growth area is. It's very, very difficult to try to guess. So the thing with areas of growth is if that area is already so hot, to me, that area is not a hot spot. I would consider a hot spot as an area that the development hasn't reached yet and is going to eventually be hot. So a lot of people tell me, Ahyat, you know, Taman Tun Dr. Ismail, with the MRT going through, being a very, very mature township, neighborhood, a lot of people say, you know, Taman Tun is such a hot spot. It's so hot, it's sizzling hot. And that's exactly it. Property prices are already very, very high. So what you want to look for is not areas that are already so hot. You want to look at areas that are going to be hot. You buy it when it's cold and you're going to be able to sell it when it's hot, and that's when you have a very good potential for capital appreciation. So how do you determine these areas of growth? Now I've got two suggestions on how to make how to find areas of growth. Number one is map analysis. Now, every investor needs to learn this skill on how to read maps and how to identify the next hotspot based on analysis of the maps. And one thing that Malaysian investors don't realize is how lucky we are for having this guy named Ho Chin Soon. I'm just going to bring up a map of his. He doesn't put a picture of himself, but of course the logo of his company. Where is that? Ho Chin Soon, yeah. So this is a free map that is usually given out during expos and exhibitions, which you can get for free. And thanks to all these wonderful, sponsors who make them out for free. And this is a map of Greater KL, of showing the bigger part of KL. And if you can look at this, you can see the Greater KL in a more macro perspective. And that's what we want to do is we want to see things in macro perspective. We want to see the bird's eye view. What maps do to you is the ability to bring you out of the ground and see the world from way, way above, and you can see the trends, you can see what's going on the ground. And that's when you can identify the growth of neighborhoods, the growth of urban trends. And that's what we want to study, map analysis. So number two is, I want to give a suggestion, and I'm calling this follow the river. Now, if you remember when we studied history, all those old civilizations, the great civilizations, they actually started out by cities near the river, because the river was their only way of transportation during those early age of the world. So you got to follow the river. And in today's world, earlier on, you will always follow the railway tracks, right? So cities in Malaysia, in fact, you will understand some of the older cities actually grew based on where the railway stations were. So that's where you could see growth. That's where you could have more capital appreciation in those areas. But in modern times that we live in right now, we look into high impact infrastructure projects, and there's a plenty of them. That's why I'm excited to be alive in this moment, exact moment in real estate history in Malaysia, because never will we ever see so much growth, so much development, so much vibrancy, so much excitement and opportunity. So that's what you have to look at. You look at the infrastructure projects to identify the next hotspot. You don't want to buy into the current hotspot. So that's just a couple of things on how to help you identify an asset which is in an area of growth that will have a better potential for capital appreciation, and that's when you can have an investment grade assets. So thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more. in the next videos. Bye bye.